What makes a book a real book? Hey guys, Jim Edwards here, and welcome to another edition of Letting the Chickens Out with Jim. And those are real chickens, not stunt chickens, and this is not a green screen. There are real chickens and real bugs out here. So, what makes a book a real book? You know, it's interesting. It took me 4 years to write my first book, back from 1992 to 1996. I struggled to write that bad boy, and I finally got it done, got rejected by more than 40 different publishers. I stopped counting at 40. And a real estate agent and I decided, you know what? I'm going to publish this myself, which meant taking it down to Kinko's, having it comb bound, which was about the best you could do back in 1997, unless you wanted to spend 20 grand to have carton loads of books printed up and then store them in your garage. I did not have a garage, nor $10,000 to do it. So got it comb bound down at Kinko's, and I was like, okay, I'm going to use this as a business card with for sale by owners, because my book was How to Sell Your House Yourself. So what I would do was I would call up the for sale by owners, I would set an appointment with them, I would send the book ahead of time as by way of the mail, and then I would use it as a credibility builder, and it worked really, really well. So when I sent that book, one of three things would happen. And people would say, hey, cool book, thanks for sending it. Second thing they would say is, hey, I read your book and we sold our house. Or they'd say, man, I read your book and I ain't doing this, so can you help me? So I had a good little system going, using my book as a way to help build my business. In fact, my first year in real estate, I took 51 listings. If you know any real estate agents, ask them, hey, how possible is it for somebody in their first year in real estate to take 51 listings and not spend a single dime on advertising? So a funny thing happened though. I went to a person's house, and I had, like I said, I had my little routine down. And she said to me when I got to the front door, I said, hey, did you get the book? And she looked at me, and she was actually kind of nasty, but she gave me a good idea. She said to me, it's not a real book. I said, what do you mean it's not a real book? I was thinking she'd say, oh, it's not published or blah, 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 blah. And she told me it wasn't a real book because it wasn't on Amazon. She said, I looked for your book on Amazon. It's not on Amazon, so it's not a real book. Now, hopefully she went into foreclosure or something, because she was nasty. But she did teach me a lesson. Here's what makes your book a real book. Listen very carefully. This has been true since 1997. She didn't tell me it's not a real book because you didn't have Penguin or HarperCollins or Random House as your publisher. What she told me was it's not on Amazon. So what makes your book a real book is three things. Write these down. Number one, the book is your original unique content out of your head. Number two, your book has a professional looking cover. And number three, it's published for sale on Amazon. Now, back in 1997, you couldn't self-publish your book on Amazon. Amazon did not take your book from you directly. They only worked with publishers. Now, you can put your book up on Amazon, and Amazon will even print the thing for you and send a physical copy to people, print on demand, and you never even have to touch it. So the bottom line is, that's what makes a book a real book. Let me tell it to you again. It's got original, unique content that came out of your head. It's got a professional looking book cover. And number three, it's published for sale on Amazon. Doesn't matter whether it's on Kindle or print or both. That's what makes a book a real book in today's world. Nobody's ever going to ask you, oh, who's your publisher? So, if you would like to have your own book to use as a massive credibility builder, to use as a business building tool, to use as the front end of a highly profitable book funnel, or you just want to have a book that you can sell on Amazon and have them send you money every month by direct deposit, There's two things that you can do, two ways you can do it. Number one, you can sit down at the keyboard and you can slave away for weeks or months or years, or you can let me show you 9 different ways to create a book by this time next week. So if that sounds like something you're interested in, you can get more information at 7dayebook.com. That's the number 7dayebook.com. We've released the 3rd version, version 3 of the 7-day ebook. You all the latest, most up-to-date techniques and strategies for using technology and strategy to create your ebook, not by banging your head against the keyboard. So I'm Jim Edwards. Go check it out now. By the way, in about a week and a half, we're going to be doing a live 7-day Write Your Book Challenge. So I'm going to walk you live through the process over 7 days. Get to that event, but only when you purchase your copy of 7-Day ebook. So I'm Jim Edwards. Have a great day. Head on over to 7dayebook.com on the challenge. Bye-bye, everybody.